What is up, everybody? Welcome on in. This is Chris with Hobby Legends, and we're ripping some 2024 Marvel's Masterpiece 92 Platinum. This is going to be a half-case character break, so I'm going to take the top 9 boxes from our fresh case, and that will be for this character break, and the other 9 boxes will be for tomorrow. And thanks for joining us, everybody, and welcome on in. So let's get our first 9 boxes and get to ripping. And for everybody joining us live, feel free to put your spot in chat, and let's see if we can find something low numbered for you. All right, our 9 boxes have been freed. Let's get to ripping. And everything goes to the character for this break except for the Battle Spectrum cards. They are their own spot. But everything else will go to the character appeared on the front of the card. And hopefully these 9 boxes have a PMG for us. We would love to see a PMG today. What is up, Andrew and Murphine? Thanks for joining us. And we're going to lead off today with Thanos, followed by Iron Man on the corner box creations. And our first hit is going to be a holo foil going to the Human Torch spot. So Human Torch is our first spot to strike with a holo foil. Oh, that's funny, Spiderling. Yeah, let's see if we can find a holo foil for Johnny Blaze. And our first bit of numbered action is going to be a pink lasers going to Steve Rogers, Captain America, on the pink lasers cover variant. And for Cap, he is 411 of 692. And behind him, we're going to get our first lenticular, and it is going to Moon Knight. There's Captain Marvel on the corner box creations. Ooh, followed by Venom on the clear. And then Bishop to finish off our pack. No worries, Andrew. Have fun with Leaf. And there's Wolverine on the fantastic covers. And behind him, we're going to see Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, on the canvas. And there's Deathlock on the fantastic covers, Rainbow. Followed by Farrell on the clear. Ooh, very cool. That did not take long. Our first box is going to give us a blue PMG. All right, good luck, everybody. Oh, very nice. It is going to the Moon Knight spot on the blue Precious Metals gem. Very nice. So there you go, Moon Knight spot with a PMG. And for Moon Knight, he is 35 of 50 on the blue PMG. Let's just get one more look at it. Very, very cool. And behind him, we're going to have Darkhawk on the Rainbow cover variant. And then Mr. Sinister on the canvas to figure out our pack. Yeah, that is one of the good cards where the PMG goes very well with it. Because you get just the Moon Knight cape and then the blue for the PMG. And there's Beast on the clear. Followed by Cable on the Rainbow. But Moon Knight's off to a heck of a start because we saw the lenticular and now a PMG. And we're still on our first box. And there's Super Skrull on the cover variant. Followed by Deathlock on the canvas. Ooh, and we're going to see a blue Trax. But before that, we're going to have Dazzler on the leather. And our blue Trax is going to Nomad. And Colossus to finish off our pack. And there's Speedball on the canvas. Followed by Green Goblin on the Rainbow. And there's Doc Ock on the cover variant. And And behind him, we're going to have Cable on the leather. And Black Panther to finish off our pack. And final pack here of box number 1. And we're going to see a red prism. Ooh, and that's going to Ben Grimm. It is the Thing on the red prism. And for Thing, he is 489 of 492 on the 499, I should say, on the red prism. And right behind him is another member of the Fantastic Four, Human Torch on the canvas, and then Mr. Fantastic to end our pack. So we were only missing Sue Storm from having the full Fantastic Four in one pack. All right, box number 2. What goodies do you have for us? And we're going to lead off with Dr. Doom, followed by Namor on the corner box creations, and then Jean Grey on the canvas. Ooh, very cool. We're going to see a Seismic Gold. So our Seismic Gold is going to Adam Warlock. Very cool for Adam Warlock on the Seismic Gold to 92. And that is the cover variant as well for Adam Warlock. And he is 52 of 92 on the Seismic Gold. So very nice. We've already seen 2 cards under 100. And then we have Professor X on the lenticular. All right, let's see if we can find some Elektra action for you. Ooh, and there's our first battle spectrum. It is Silver Surfer versus Thanos. Followed by Captain Britain on the clear. And there's the Man Without Fear, Daredevil, on the cover variant. Followed by Daredevil again, this time on the canvas. And Nightcrawler to finish off our pack. And there's Black Panther on the corner box creations. Followed by Galactus on the clear. And Blue Tracks is going to the Lizard on the Blue Tracks cover variant. It's a little Kurt Connors action. And there you go, Spiderling. Ask and you shall receive. Elektra on the canvas. And then Spidey hanging out in the back of our pack. Ooh, very cool. We have found our case hit. We have a Metallurgy coming up. So we have Electro in the back on the rainbow. And our Metallurgy is going to the White Queen spot on the Metallurgy case hit. Very nice. Congrats to the White Queen spot on the Metallurgy. And there's Elektra on the cover variant. And behind her, we're going to have Quasar on the clear. Namor on the cover variant, Rainbow. Followed by Nightmare on the canvas. And Silver Sable to finish off our pack. And there's a cover variant for Nightmare. Followed by Venom on the canvas. And then Psylocke to finish off our pack. And there's Nick Fury on the canvas. And behind him is going to be a Rainbow, and that is going to Iceman. And final pack here of box number 2. And there's Black Widow on the leather. And behind her, we're going to have a Blue Tracks. And that is going to Feral on the Blue Tracks. And box number 2 is going to end with the Human Torch. All right, box 3, what do you got for us? Our first 2 boxes have been very good. We saw a blue PMG in box 1 and a Seismic Gold in box 2. Plus a Metallurgy in box 2 as well. Box 3 is going to lead off with Venom, followed by Thor on the corner box creations, and then Night Thrasher on the canvas. We have a pink lasers coming up, and that is going to Feral on the pink lasers. And for Feral, she is number 2 of 992 on the pink lasers. And behind her is going to be a leather going to Green Goblin. And Wolverine to finish off our pack. And there's Spider-Man on the corner box creations, followed by a little Tony Stark action with Iron Man on the canvas. There's Venom on the corner variant, followed by Captain America on the clear. Deathlock on the fantastic covers. And then we have Super Skrull on the canvas. Ooh, another Blue Tracks coming up. And this one is going to Strong Guy on the Blue Tracks cover variant. And then we have Ghost Rider on the clear. There's Nick Fury on the cover variant, followed by Doc Ock on the canvas, and then Havoc to finish off our pack. Ultron on the cover variant Rainbow, and behind him is the God of Mischief. It is Loki on the clear. And there's Red Skull on the cover variant, followed by Quasar on the canvas, and Mephisto to finish off our pack. We got a lenticular coming up, and this one is going to Shatterstar on the lenticular. And Rainbow behind him is going to Black Widow, and Storm to finish off our pack. And there's Thor on the canvas, and Blue Tracks behind him is going to Weapon Omega. And final pack here of box number 3. Ooh, nice. We're going to see our first Plexi. So our rainbow in the back is going to Moon Knight. And our Plexi is going to Bullseye. So Bullseye is hitting our first Plexi today. And that brings us to box number 4. We're going to lead off with Hank McCoy, the Beast, followed by Hulk on the corner box creations, and then White Queen on the canvas. Ooh, we're going to see some numbered action. It's going to be a pink lasers, and that is going to Leader on the pink lasers. So there you go, Leader with some numbered action. And he is 345 of 992 on the pink lasers. And leather behind him is going to Deathbird. There's Black Panther on the fantastic covers, followed by a little Remy LeBeau action with Gambit on the canvas. So Gambit making his first appearance today. And there's Sandman on the cover variant, followed by North Star on the clear. Doctor Strange on the corner box creations. And then we have Mojo on the canvas. All right, we have a red prism coming up. And that is one of our attorneys. It is She-Hulk on the red prism cover variant. And for She-Hulk, she is 187 of 292 on the red prism. Followed by Major Victory on the clear. And then Wilson Fisk to finish off our pack. And there's Kang on the cover variant. Followed by Namorita on the canvas. And Mr. Sinister to finish off our pack. And there's Magneto on the rainbow cover variant. And man, I love it when we find this card in lenticular. It is my favorite of all the designs. And then Namorita on the clear. And there's Quasar on the cover variant. Followed by Captain Britain on the canvas. And then Luke Cage to finish our pack. We got a lenticular coming up, and that is going to Nomad on the lenticular. Followed by Deathbird on the rainbow. And then Magneto to finish off our pack. And there's Hawkeye on the canvas. And blue tracks behind him is going to the Incredible Hulk. And then Johnny Blaze to finish off our pack. And Mr. Blaze, we would like to see you in a holo foil. Please and thank you. We do have another Plexi coming up, so our rainbow in the back is going to Hobgoblin. And our Plexi, that is Rogue flying in on the Plexi. So there you go, Rogue spot with the Plexi. And that brings us to box number 5. And our box is going to lead off with Daredevil, followed by Cable on the corner box creations. And then we do have another holo foil, and this one is going to Speedball. And you can really see the holograms on the Speedball card. And Havoc to finish off our pack. Ooh, we got a Pink Lasers coming up. And that is going to Black Panther on the cover variant Pink Lasers. So there you go, Panther spot. And for Black Panther, he is 54 of 692. And then we're going to have a lenticular going to Tombstone. And Bullseye to finish off our pack. There's Thor on the Fantastic covers. Followed by Speedball on the clear cut. And a little Matt Murdock action with Daredevil on the corner box creations. Followed by Ultron on the canvas. Ooh, very nice. That is Spider-Man on the rainbow corner box creations. So a little Spidey action there. Followed by Jubilee on the clear. And then Storm to finish off our pack. There's Luke Cage on the cover variant rainbow. Followed by Rogue on the canvas. And then Blob to finish off our pack. Dormammu on the clear, followed by Ultron on the rainbow. Cover variant for White Queen, followed by Sandman on the canvas. And we have a leather coming up, and this one is going to Ultron on the leather. And behind Ultron, we're going to have a blue tracks, and that is going to Nightmare. And Shadowcat to finish off our pack. And there's Kang on the canvas, followed by Namor on the rainbow. And then Nightcrawler to finish off our pack. Rogue on the cover variant, followed by Namor on the leather. And then Adam Warlock to finish off our pack. Ooh, very cool. We're going to get another Seismic Gold to 92. And this one is going to Wonder Man on the Seismic Gold cover variant. So there you go, Wonder Man spot. And very nice. That is our second Seismic Gold. And for Wonder Man, he is 3 of 92. So very sharp hit for the Wonder Man spot. And then Galactus on the canvas. And Spidey to finish off box number 5. And box 6 is going to lead off with the Unstoppable Juggernaut. And behind him, we're going to have the fantastic covers of Thor and Hulk. So that is one we will random at the end of the break if we don't see a second one. Followed by Feral on the holofoil. And then Kingpin to finish off our pack. Ooh, we do have some numbered action coming up. It's going to be a pink lasers. And ooh, we see the claws. Very nice. It's going to be Wolverine on the pink lasers cover variant. So putting the Wolverine spot on the board with some numbered action. And for Wolvie, he is 438 of 692 on the pink lasers. Followed by Weapon Omega on the lenticular. And Mr. Sinister to finish off our pack. And there's Star-Lord and Rocket on the corner box creations. Followed by Sleepwalker on the clear. And there's another one for the random machine at the end of the break. It is Thing and Human Torch on the corner box creations. And then we'll have Major Victory on the canvas. And Luke Cage to finish off our pack. And there's Thor on the corner box creations, rainbow. Followed by Scarlet Witch on the clear. And Magneto to finish off our pack. And we have a rainbow coming up. And that is going to the Kingpin on the rainbow cover variant. Followed by Mephisto on the canvas. And a little Scott Summers action with Cyclops on the clear. And behind him is going to be Mr. Sinister on the rainbow. And there's Mojo on the cover variant. Followed by Bullseye on the canvas. And we do have a leather coming up. And that is Luke Cage on the leather. And behind Cage is going to be a blue tracks. And that is going to Red Skull. So Red Skull here on the blue tracks. There's Havoc on the canvas. Followed by Deathlock on the rainbow. And Gambit on the cover variant. And behind Remy, we should have another leather. And our leather is going to Magneto. And Deathbird to finish off our pack. Ooh, we're going to have a red prism coming up. And that is going to Electro on the red prism. And for Electro, he is 55 of 492 on the red prism. And canvas behind him is going to Black Cat. So a little Felicia Hardy action on the canvas. And Hobgoblin to finish off our box. All right, box number 7. What do you got for us? Can we see some more low-numbered action? Ooh, nice. We're going to start with a Battle Spectrum of Spider-Man versus Venom. So that is our second Battle Spectrum so far in the break. And then Night Thrasher on the holofoil. Ooh, and we do have a pink lasers coming up. Oh my gosh. It's going to be another one for Wolverine. So there you go, Wolverine spot with your second bit of numbered action. This one on the pink lasers. And for Wolvie, he is 740 of 992 on the pink lasers. So Wolverine really had the claws out in these boxes. And then we're going to see Enchantress on the lenticular. And there's She-Hulk on the corner box creations. Followed by White Queen on the clear. Thor on the cover variant. Followed by Magneto on the canvas. And there's Spider-Man on the Fantastic covers. Followed by Thor on the clear. And Hobgoblin to finish off our pack. Ooh, we do have another blue tracks coming up. And my goodness, Wolverine is everywhere. This time on the blue tracks cover variant. There you go, Wolverine spot. Followed by Cage on the canvas. And then Silver Surfer to finish off our pack. There's Jean Grey on the cover variant. Followed by Nightmare on the clear. And there you go, a little Johnny Blaze action for you on the cover variant rainbow. But come on, Mr. Blaze, we want to see you on a holofoil. Ultron on the canvas. And there's Iron Man on the cover variant. And behind Tony Stark, we're going to have Hobgoblin on the leather. And Cable to finish off our pack. I know, right, Spiderly? I'm trying to will it to existence for you. And there's Johnny Blaze again, but this time on the canvas. So at least we're finding Blaze for you, but we want to see you on a holofoil. And then Silver Surfer on the rainbow. And Green Goblin to finish off our pack. And there's Silver Surfer again, this time on the canvas. So we didn't see any Silver Surfer in our first couple boxes, and now we've seen him on a base card and 2 parallels. And then we have She-Hulk on the blue tracks. And that brings us to the final pack here of box number 7. Darkhawk on the canvas, followed by Dazzler on the rainbow. And then Moon Knight to finish off our box. All right, box number 8. What goodies do you have for us? And we're going to lead off with Ghost Rider, followed by Moon Knight on the fantastic covers, and then Dormammu on the canvas. Ooh, we do have a red prism coming up. And that is going to Scarlet Witch on the red prism cover variant. So there you go, Scarlet Witch spot. And she is 235 of 292. And you can see who's next, Spiderling. It is another Johnny Blaze, but this time on the leather. So at least we are seeing him on parallels. And then Dazzler to finish off our pack. Yeah, the Scarlet Witch definitely looks fantastic in the red prism. And there's Captain America on the corner box creations. Followed by Morbius on the canvas. And Cable to finish off our pack. Cover variant for Captain Britain. Followed by Morbius on the clear. And then Green Goblin to finish off our pack. Ooh, very nice. That is our third Battle Spectrum card, and this one is Thing versus Hulk. And man, that would be such a great battle. Hopefully we do get this in the MCU very, very soon. So very nice. Third hit for the Battle Spectrum spot. And then North Star on the canvas. And we have another Blue Tracks coming up. And there's Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, on the Blue Tracks cover variant. Followed by Hawkeye on the clear. And Moon Knight to finish off our pack. And there's Namorita on the cover variant. Followed by Strong Guy on the canvas. Mr. Sinister on the rainbow cover variant. Followed by Rogue on the clear. Oh, very nice, Wick Stick. And thanks for joining the breaks. And happy that we were able to hit you some numbered action in your first one. Very cool. And there's Hawkeye on the cover variant. And behind him, we're going to have a little God of Mischief action. It is Loki on the canvas. And Bishop to finish off our pack. Ooh, we have another lenticular coming up, and I like it. I like it a lot. It is Gambit on the lenticular. So very nice. We found some Remy LeBeau action with Gambit on the lenticular. And then Rainbow behind Gambit is going to Luke Cage. And Shatterstar to finish off our pack. And there's the Enchantress on the canvas. Followed by a little Matt Murdock action with Daredevil on the Blue Tracks. And Mole Man to finish off our pack. And we do have a Plexi in this pack. So our rainbow in the back is going to Magneto. And our Plexi. There you go, amazing Spiderling. Hey, if we're not going to get you a holo foil, let's just find you everything else. Very nice. That is Johnny Blaze on the Plexi. So very cool. And this is the third Plexi we've seen so far today. And there you go with Johnny Blaze. And that brings us to our final box of the break. Lux, I think we've got you the Plexi, the canvas, the leather. Like, Johnny Blaze has shown up. And let's see if we can find him on a holo foil in our final box. We're going to lead off with Rogue. Followed by Silver Surfer on the corner box creations. And then Archangel on the canvas. That might be. You might have figured it out. We do have a pink lasers coming up. And this one is going to Mr. Sinister on the pink lasers. And for Sinister, he is 273 of 992 on the pink lasers. And behind him is going to be Archangel on the lenticular. And there's Star-Lord on the fantastic covers. Followed by Jean Grey on the clear. Doctor Strange on the cover variant. And then we have Scarlet Witch on the canvas. And there's Thanos snapping his way in on the corner box creations. Followed by Nick Fury on the clear. Ooh, we have a blue tracks coming up, and that is Professor X. So Professor X on the blue tracks cover variant. Followed by a little Sue Storm action with Invisible Woman on the canvas. And right behind her is Mr. Fantastic to finish off our pack. We were so close earlier to getting that full Fantastic Four pack. And there's Thanos on the cover variant. Followed by the Incredible Hulk on the clear. And there's Deathlock on the rainbow cover variant. Followed by the Lizard on the canvas. And Wolverine to finish off our pack. And there's Galactus on the cover variant. Ooh, very nice. That is She-Hulk on the wood. So very cool. And for those that do not know, the woods are 1 in every 72 packs. So that is a very nice hit for She-Hulk. And then Strong Guy to finish off our pack. And there's a little Ben Grimm action with Thing on the canvas. And I guess Johnny wasn't done for you, Spiderling. Johnny Blaze on the rainbow. And we do have another leather coming up, and this one is going to Darkhawk. And behind Darkhawk is going to be a blue tracks, and a little more Electra action for you as well on the blue tracks. And there it is, everybody, our final pack of the break. Come on, final pack. You have one more goodie for us. Oh, we're going to get a canvas. And it's going to Darkhawk on the canvas. And behind him is going to be a rainbow. And I think we know who it is. It is Darkhawk again on the rainbow. So we did see some last pack magic for Darkhawk. And then Felicia Hardy to finish off the break. Oh, really? Very nice. Yeah, you guys did very good with Johnny Blaze today. I think 4, maybe 5 different parallels. That is a very good showing. Thank you, sir. So we're going to start our recap with our big one from the break today. We did find a blue PMG going to Moon Knight. So very cool, and that was in our first box today. So blue PMG to 50 for the Moon Knight spot. And then we found 2 Seismic Golds to 92. First up we have Wonder Man, and then Adam Warlock. Up next we'll look at our red prisms. First up is the cover variant versions. We have Scarlet Witch, She-Hulk, and those are both the 292. And then our regular red prisms, we found Thing and Electro. And those are both the 492 on the regular red prisms. And up next is our pink lasers. We'll start with the cover variants. Black Panther, Captain America, Wolverine. And those are all the 692. And then our regular pink lasers are at a 992, leading off with Wolverine, Feral, Leader, and Mr. Sinister. And we did find our case hit this round with the Metallurgy going to White Queen. Up next, we found one wood, and it is going to She-Hulk. And our holofoils, we found Night Thrasher, Feral, Speedball, and Human Torch. Up next, let's look at our Plexis. And we did find 3 Plexis this round. First up is Rogue, followed by Bullseye, and then Johnny Blaze. And our lenticulars, we found Archangel, Gambit, Enchantress, Weapon Omega, Tombstone, Nomad, Shatterstar, Professor X, and finally, Moon Knight. Oh, could you bring those Battle Spectrum cards too? There should be 3 of them. And then, could you set up the tablet for left-right? Awesome, thank you, sir. And then we have our blue tracks. We found Wolverine, Professor X, Strong Guy, Lizard, Mr. Fantastic, Nightmare, She-Hulk, Feral, Nomad, Weapon Omega, Hulk, Red Skull, Daredevil, and Elektra. And final thing to recap is our Battle Spectrums. We found 3 this round. Spider-Man versus Venom, Thing versus Hulk, and then Silver Surfer versus Thanos. And then could you grab me one or both of those dual cards? It was Thing and Hulk, Thing and Human Torch. Yeah, thank you, sir. And then we are going to do a random to decide the fate of the Thor and Hulk Fantastic covers, as well as the Thing and Human Torch corner box creations. And it's going to be a simple left and right for the random. So you see Hulk is on the left, as well as Thing. And then Human Torch and Thor are both on the right. And what we do in this situation is we use a site called random.org. And as you guys can see, I have a list that says left and right. So then we go to the dice roller, and we're going to roll the dice. And the dice are going to decide how many times we randomize our list. So the dice have rolled an 11. 6 on the left and 5 on the right for a total of 11. So we'll go back to our list, and we're going to randomize it 11 times. Whichever one is on the top of the 11th roll, that is the winner. All right, so the right side is the winning side. As you guys can see, we have randomized our list 11 times, and the right side has won. So that means this one is going to go to Thor. And this one is going to go to Human Torch. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for this one. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us for Marvel. And we do have this same break ending tomorrow, or ending tonight, I should say, on eBay. And we will be breaking it tomorrow. That will be the last 9 boxes from this case. So if anybody wants to join for tomorrow, get your bids in, and we will see you tomorrow for some more Marvel fun. Thanks again, everybody, and we will see y'all later. Bye.